You know, Mike's always talking about the stand-up comedy scene. Talks about the cellar table. And Mike tells me this one time I was at the cellar's table. And Lilly Singh walked in.
I've never been, first of all, I've never been caught dead at the Comedy Cellar table.
No, like at a regular table eating nachos.
Oh, yeah, at a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Right.
At the Buffalo Wild Wings open mic night in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
It's very specific. Lilly Singh is replacing Carson Daly. Now, for those of you who've never heard of Lilly Singh, don't worry. You're in the majority. We got some new woke comedy for you. Let's check this out. I'm excited for this. Lilly Singh, hashtag not my Carson Daly.
Thank you so much for being here. And welcome to the first episode of A Little Late with Lilly Singh.
It's good, dude. Stop.
Why is she dressed like one of the characters in the Afterlife video? What was that? Who was it Squirrel Nut Zippers? It was one of those fucking bands.
During the swing revival.
Yeah, it was like 6 months when everybody liked swing.
All right, well, let's let female Indian Brian Setzer finish her point here.
All right, okay.
First episode of A Little Late with Lilly Singh.
Who?
I am so excited.
You know, the first joke, if she was smart, would have been like, don't worry about it. I don't know who I am either. That would have won the crowd over. But instead, she says,
I am so happy
By the
to
way,
be here.
that's like one of the all-time greatest jokes I ever heard was Colin Quinn at one of the roasts when he went up there and he goes, I'm the biggest name here. Does that bother you? It should. That was his opening joke. It was the funniest thing ever. The biggest name here. Does that bother you? It should.
I am so excited. I am so happy to be here.
Tell me more about how you're excited and happy. You said that 5 times.
setting up for her joke, Mike. Let her set
said
up.
it 3 times.
Let her set up.
Can you imagine your first time on having your own TV show and you say, I'm so excited 3 times?
She's very excited.
We heard it. You're excited.
Yeah.
Do your show.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, a lot of you are happy to be here too. It's mostly the brown people because this was free to attend. But I know for sure.
By the way, she looks nervous as fuck. Like she's not comfortable on a stage. This is a relatively new comedian. I'm not kidding you. This woman hasn't been doing comedy more than a year or two. Because she's got these nervous, like, she's doing these things where she like really panders to the joke because she's nervous as fuck. She's not relaxed up there. Do you imagine?
She looks like if you play 100% evil on Fable.
She's like the it's ironic because she's got Letterman's time spot. But
no, it's not Letterman's time spot. It's the one after that one. So it was the one. There was 3. Carson Daly was on the third shift.
Later.
Yeah, this was like on like at 2 a.m.
Okay, but
this is the really
still
late
the show
one.
that comes on after Letterman, and it's ironic because she's so uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. When you go back and watch old Letterman and talk about a guy who's just comfortable on that, like just relaxed and he's throwing pens, or didn't give it. She's like, she's doing this stuff with her hands while she does her jokes because she's panicking.
Yeah,
she wasn't ready.
Some people at home are looking at their TVs just like, is something wrong with my TV?
Nobody's
Why are they playing
that.
Slumdog Millionaire after Seth Meyers?
Nobody thinks that.
No, but is that really
how old is that movie?
Well, you're right. Topical reference. But even Carson Daly, who wasn't great, did like Total Request Live, so he had done a talk format. This woman's done nothing. She's done nothing.
Hey, Middle America, I'm so glad you're here.
First off, the only people watching your shows are people that work the night shift at restaurants that come in and that you're on, and Mexicans getting up and going to work. Like, those are the only people that watch that time slot. So Middle America's been asleep for 5 hours.
This woman is, oh God, here it is. Lilly Singh. Mm-hmm. You ready? Because they haven't updated her Wikipedia. Is a Canadian YouTuber. She was a quirky YouTuber.
She's a quirky YouTuber.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you think that that's what they're setting up Vandis Owen for?
I mean, I don't know about all that, but look at this. I'm looking at her. She's got nothing. She's done nothing here. I'm looking at it. She's done nothing. She won a Shorty Award. This is just some internet. This is some
By the way,
internet. We need a woman of color who's empowered and also gayish.
Winning a Shorty Award, by the way, isn't really difficult because the first year of the Shorty Awards, we scammed our way into the Shorty Awards.
We just didn't want to pay for ours.
Right. No.
We would have won it.
All you have to do is pay for things.
Yeah, and we just were like, we're not paying. You want to, we'll give us an award. We'll pay for tickets to go. Yeah. We're not paying for the award. That's silly.
Look, I get it, okay? I'm not your traditional talk show host. I mean, the media has mentioned I'm a bisexual woman of color so much that I feel like I should just change my name.
Who's writing for her? Because obviously, she's to blame, obviously, because her delivery's terrible. But who's writing for her? And if you're gonna either don't have a crowd, because there was a while like Carson Daly didn't even have a crowd. He would just sit at a bar and talk to people, like talk to guests. If you're gonna have a crowd, then you have to have a real crowd, right? Because this is so small that it's making everything worse. Like, it's not like when fucking when Letterman was on, you hear an entire studio, even the late show, when Conan had his show, it was still, yeah, woo!
Conan's show was so good in late.
Yeah, it was awesome. So, but this is like, even when you look at the crowd, because when they show the crowd, it's just like chairs that they took from a fucking Hyatt Regency banquet hall that they're sitting on. So on top of all that, she's being sandbagged to begin with, besides her terrible material.
Logo is also the pride flag. A little long, but it has a nice ring to it.
A little long. Also, you're a natural. And why do you have Rosie Perez's earrings?
And do you not? They don't even have like hair and makeup people here.
She looks like a point guard for the WNBA, like the Lady Liberty.
Oh my God! Or one of the like the coaches.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you look like. You know what she looks like? She looks like a female WNCAA coach.
What was that Whoopi Goldberg movie where she was like the Knicks?
It had a guy's name.
Eddie.
Was it Eddie?
I don't know, maybe. But
one of these, because we have to wait for the delay to come up. In about 5 seconds, we're going to get bombarded with the name of the Whoopi Goldberg movie. So just wait a second, and we'll find out. No, it wasn't Joanna Man. That was a different basketball movie.
Yeah, that was the one where the dude pretended to be a girl.
Right, and that was acceptable, and nobody had a problem with it.
No, back then it was like, oh, that's wacky. A guy can't play girl sports.
It wasn't Sister Act. Eddie. It was Eddie.
A guy can't just throw a dress on and just play women's sports. What a crazy concept for a movie.
Fast forward?
Yeah, fast forward to like female MMA fighters getting their fucking orbital bones shattered
by a man.
Have their faces rebuilt.
I'm more than just a bisexual woman of color, okay?
You're also a fucking YouTuber, and that might be more embarrassing than everything else. And I say that from YouTube.
She's dressed like a real estate agent.
Yes.
This woman's the worst.
She looks like a real estate agent that deals exclusively in magic shops.
I can speak to my finance person, and I can try to get you a good deal. Right now, interest rates are at an all-time low.
She looks like the ringmaster from Moulin Rouge.
What would it take to get you into this home? Oh, the second bitch is the worst. Like, this is it, man. The new face of late night, Royce.
It's a complete coincidence.
Why does the face of late night look like the face of Dearborn, Michigan?
Let Representative Omar continue.
Jesus Christ.
That I chose a network whose logo is also the pride flag.
It's a peacock.
And again, you got to watch her face. She's so nervous.
It's really bad.
Right? Like, you can just tell. There were, again, you go back to Conan. Even when Conan would do the, like the nervous, like, doing what you can tell he was never uncomfortable.
No.
And actually, that's like, if you go back and watch the original Late Night with Conan O'Brien, the first episode, it's on YouTube, he's a little jittery, but even little jittery First Night Conan is, it's like letting Ray Lewis play in a JV varsity game. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, he was still light years ahead. And you could tell Conan was a little, holy shit, this is not just sitting in a writing room for The Simpsons.
Right.
This is big time. But he did it. It was great. This is like, she's doing a lot of Pat from Munaki, like, like she's doing shit like that. She's hamming it up. It's horrible. She's so uncomfortable. She's making me uncomfortable. Like, again, remember, go back and watch Carson. Go back and watch Jay Leno. Go back and watch Letterman, right? I don't give a fuck about any of these new guys. You keep telling me Kimmel's the new king. I don't give a shit. There's Carson, there's Leno, and there's Letterman. Those are your three, okay? Those are the only three that will ever matter, the Holy Trinity. Go back and watch any one of those three. Bro, do they ever look like they're even a bead of sweat? Did Letterman ever seem on the air? I mean, off the air, he was throwing things and a total asshole. But on the air, like, hey, what's up? Coming up next. What's up, Paul? What do we got tonight? Like, just loose fun. This is like, pride flag, am I right?
She's dressed like every customer at a Golden Corral after Black Church gets out. You know what I mean, though?
Still missing the hat.
Yeah, the hat. That's
all she needs. Yo, you took Omar's grandma's crown.
Oh, what's that? It's actually a peacock? Oh, right. Okay, you mean the pretty male bird with the big, colorful feathers? Yeah, gay.
This is, look at every joke has a.
Hey, Mike, the best part? Check out them sneaks.
She really is dressed like an NBA and a
Check
WNBA
out
coach.
them sneaks, dog.
The only thing she needs is a clipboard.
Check those bad boys out.
But are people now picking up on the thing I pointed out, though? Everything has a She has no confidence in the material. It's she knows these people are being prodded into they're being told to do that. It's bad, dude.
There she looks like she shops at Evil Lane Bryant. Like in the Mirror universe.
No, it's like Lane Bryant for skinny people.
Yeah.
They have a skinny line now.
Real. Someone like me could not be here without the many successful, powerful...
I got it. I know what she's dressed like. She's dressed like Cam Newton after a game.
Or literally any black athlete.
Yeah, you're right.
This is Carmelo Anthony. It just doesn't matter.
Westbrook.
Every macho black player coming out dressed like Andre 3000.
You're right, Andre 3000.
Yeah, I just want to say, to the coach and the players, to the team, we'll continue to give 100%. And it's like, why are you dressed? Like, they dress like prostitutes going to Dubai.
She looks like she should be holding an umbrella for P. Diddy.
She looks like a teenage girl pretending to be an adult man to buy cigarettes.
Yeah. Farnsworth Bentley, the guy that used to hold the umbrella.
Farnsworth Bentley.
I have to look it up.
Women of color who led the way, am I right?
Boo!
And I think it's so important.
She's dressed like every 1990s socially conscious hip hop group.
But we haven't gotten her voice yet.
Sorry, I can't.
She sounds like she works at a Hialeah Gardens Taco Bell.
Oh shit! And dresses like she sells drugs in front of one.
Thank them right now. So let's go.
She looks like someone that'll pierce your ears for free at home.
A round of applause to people like Mindy Kaling.
But first off, what's up with Mindy Kaling's face? Has she had a bunch of surgery? That has to be what it is, right?
She was never exactly.
No, she wasn't. But look at that face now. That's like surgery face.
Yeah, but what? I mean,
like really, really bad surgery face.
What about Michelle Obama?
What about literally any person who's ever held your job before you? See, this is another thing.
Yes.
I want to show
Good
you
call.
that women do. This is another thing that women do when they're left unchecked and they're empower. We're going to reinvent the wheel. They are so woke. They're so feminist oriented that they can't even give homage to whoever. Like men will, even if they personally hate each other. Jay Leno and Johnny Carson fucking hated each other. When Jay Leno took over the show, like since then he's always been very gracious. Like, hey, yeah, Johnny, and then he gave me the show. It's great. Like, you know, you know what I mean? Like Letterman, anybody who gets a handoff, even when they don't like the guy before him, they're like, I just want to say, obviously, to the great lineage of this program, from the Jay Leno's all the way to the Carsons to the Joan Rivers. I just want to say thank you to anybody who took this trail before me, and it would have no bearing on politics, gender. It used to just be thank you to the dude in this position who was here before me, and the one that was here before him, or I wouldn't be here. Now let's move on with my new show. This shit, it's gonna fail. By the way,
of course,
it's gonna fail. And what's great is wokeness. You're now using wokeness to kill the lineage of your networks, which is amazing to me. Like you would treat the Tonight Show, right? Back in the day, they would treat the Tonight Show the way old school wrestling promotions would treat who their world champ is. Back when people thought wrestling was real and shit, it was a big deal to say, like, are we gonna have Dusty Rhodes or are we gonna have a Ric Flair? It's like, what about Buddy Landell? And you're like, stop it. So is it going to be Ric Flair or Dusty Rhodes? Because you had to treat it seriously. There was a lineage, and if you threw the belt on some worthless asshole, and that worthless asshole showed no respect for any of the lineage before it, it would kill a promotion. And that's what these networks are doing to themselves.
14.9 million subscribers. I'm just letting you know her YouTube is 14.9 million.
How many of them are paid for? How many of them are bought?
She had her last video. She had it up for 5 days, and it has 558,000 views.
How many? Yeah, so that's not a lot. 14 million subs.
14 million subs
and 500,000 views. That ain't shit.
Her views range anywhere from 558,000 to 3 million.
Which means she had one or two big videos that hit 3 million.
Right. I'm just from what I'm saying.
Mostly 500,000 on average, probably. Right. So what, man? I know some people that pull that shit who are nobody.
Yeah, she has some skits, though, that have like 32 million, 28 million, 18 million, 16 million. She made a video with The Rock.
Who is she?
I don't know. Apparently 14 million people do, but she made a video with The Rock.
This is another one who rode the woke train. That's all it is. They just rode the woke train.
And last but not least, the brown M&M. Listen, beggars can't be choosers. Okay, I needed role models, and my options were limited.
So you're not going to thank Carson Daly, or Tom Snyder, or Conan O'Brien, or David Letterman, or Johnny Carson, or Jay Leno. None of them.
No.
None of them.
No.
Because of wokeness.
Correct.
Like you get my point, though, right? That's even if you wanted to make a woke point with your thoughts, you could say, you know, I want to thank all, you know, these great entertainers before, you know, and name all those guys, and then say, but look at this now. I'm a woman of color, you know, I'm a bisexual woman of color, and here I am. Look at how much things have changed, and things are changing in this country. What a great thing to celebrate that somebody like me gets to be on late night. You can still make your point while still acknowledging the legends before you. But now, fuck them. I hate this culture, man.
Michelle Obama's to thank.
I'm super excited to help pave the path. And as a woman, I'm especially stoked to join this group of people.
All right, look, that's at least an acknowledgement.
Yeah.
But
she was kind of taking a shot, though.
Not a very good one.
Who am I going to borrow a hair tie from?
Because there was no women there up until her.
Definitely Larry Wilmore. I mean, real talk. If you put every network late night...
Consider Larry Wilmore a fucking late night host?
Apparently.
Because of Comics Unleashed?
Correct.
The one where he goes, hey, yeah, so we're here with comedian Royce Lopez. So, like, hey, man, I heard you really hate, like, taking airplanes. You were saying something about that earlier, about how you hate taking airplanes.
You told me this was going to be freeform.
I want to see Norm Macdonald. Why has he never done Comics Unleashed and just sandbag Larry Wilmore? I'd watch that episode. Yes. It'd be the highest rated episode ever, though. Yeah, hey, Norm, you said you backstage that you were saying that, like, the SJWs nowadays, right? They're killing comedy. You want to talk about it? Nah, I wasn't saying. I actually got here really late before showtime, so we had no time to really talk. So you're lying. You're putting words in my mouth, Larry. It's just... All right. So yeah, like, so tell me about like the trip here. How was the trip? Well, I live right over here, so I just took an Uber. Like, it's just that weird. Like, all right, would you not pay to watch that
Of
episode?
course. All right, enough about this idiot.
I love watching Norm just sandbag people. It's
my favorite.
The funniest thing, and it's
absolutely my
favorite.
favorite.
Like, no matter
when he was with the Workaholics guys,
dude, even when you're a legend in the bit, I've watched legends way bigger than Norm, like not in comedy, but like Hollywood legends that will let him torture them on TV and just let him go because he's so funny. He just gets away with it. I've seen him take over entire segments on late night shows that had like Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? And like Brad Pitt is not the center of attention. And that's power, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right. When he did the whole panel with SNL and all that stuff.
Yeah, he's just a dick. He's just Norm. It's like he gets away with it.